All right, quick and dirty for the 26th of January. Quick and dirty analysis. So starting with SPI, we see that we've pretty much been in this range. I actually uh, didn't trade at all today because the stuff wasn't moving, and I'm kind of glad that I did. If it breaks above this high, um, we can see a little rally back up. But again, I would love to see it break above and then rally back down. I don't have to be the first out the foxhole to get this. So that's fine with me regarding that. And NDX, NASDAQ, same deal. It's really small, tight consolidation day. Use the QQQ to kind of see if we get some volume. And you see you have small volume here. But again, if it's moving, this actually looks really good. If it could just break above this high, I think it could really run. So I'll see what it looks like tomorrow regarding breaking these highs, but I will nibble a little bit, if anything. You got the, what do we have next? We have the IWM. IWM actually looked the better out of everybody going into the day. I actually didn't really notice it that much, but this one looked good. But again, it's still in a choppy type of area. So again, let's see it resolve itself. But we're over the 50% retracement, like I said before. So we're in good shape regarding the bull side. Again, it's just seeing this consolidation, making sure you're not in it, getting chopped to death. Last but not least, Diamond, same thing. It's just sideways right now. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe a higher low, and if it breaks above the high of today, just want to see some kind of conviction going into things and take it from there. So some names to look at. I think Apple is reporting tomorrow. So again, you just been trading sideways so far. No, I'm not guessing what side that's going to. Google, like I said before, I took this short here, but I wouldn't take this short because of how quickly it ran back up to the same previous level. I think that if it breaks above this high, that's where you could get a little bit of movement to the upside. Again, it's still, if you look at it, you could say, okay, if you're doing a fib retracement, you could say, okay, if we take a big picture and we say, okay, here it's at the 50%, which it was at close to last time. But the way that it went into the price action, I would want to see it chop a little bit before I would look, or at least a lower high before I would try to get a short for going with that one. Tesla, continuing high. Again, I'm just looking for a break of a low, quite honestly. I still think that we have relative weakness in this name. So if it breaks a low, I might consider it. If I'm looking at the fib from here, right around at 50%. So this is probably a higher probability trade for me. So I'll see if it breaks a low, and I'll take a short, if anything. I'm also looking at GoPro. That one is setting up potentially for another short. Just this area right here, it's already broken these key levels. So I think that it could probably test this 39 level if it breaks below. So we'll see how that one measures out tomorrow. Again, it's really light action. You got Twitter as well. That I was looking for that one to break down, but I'll see. I'm just gonna look at my stuff and kind of see how this price action is, because it's really not doing much. So that's something I don't really want to mess around with. Netflix. It's just continuing. I mean, it just gapped and go, and it's continuing to go. So then, you just look for a setup and go from there. Amazon, Amazon, same thing. Could be a potential little low right here. I think Microsoft is reporting. Microsoft reporting after hours. And you got Baba. Not sure. So the reason why I'm not sure is you got these lower highs in place. It breaks below this low, it could be a short opportunity above, if it gets below this 50%, which it broke below, but came right back to here, but it's still in a kind of like in no man's land because it's just hovering around the 50% retracement. So I'm not really sure how that one is going to play out. Bidu actually is giving a little bit of a sell signal, but it's above the 50%, going sideways, choppy. So I'm just going to wait for it to resolve itself and kind of go from there. And when you have this price action, I'm kind of glad I didn't get into anything, because when you have these choppy days, sometimes you're like, shit, I don't want to, I want to get into something. I want to do something. I feel like the market's open. Even swing trading, you're like, all right, I see a setup, but everything else is not pointing towards a clean setup. sometimes you will create things. And one thing tip before I go, if you trade off of a time frame, let's say a daily or 65-minute or 130-minute or something, or don't start going to small time frames to try to find the trade. So don't say I trade off a daily and then I'm starting to look at a 10-minute, a 15-minute, and half an hour trade to try to create something in my mind when I'm saying this is my trigger. This is where I trigger my trades. Stay with that. So we'll see how this one plays out. Choppiness, again, don't get chopped up. And if you don't feel like you have a trend going on, just stay out. There's, you stay out a couple days, get a nice setup. Setup pays versus you getting chopped 1%, 0.5%. If you go in with small positions because you just want some action. Don't be an addict. Take care.